morning walk. Just about every morning we take our morning walk. And they get a little crazy. Come on. But they love it. They get really irritated with me when we don't do our morning walk. Also my time when I often listen to podcasts. Ooh, there go the geese. So I listen to podcasts in the morning on our morning walk. Usually things like on leadership. Let's see. Shoot. Names escape me. But I'll put a list of some of my favorite ones in the show notes for today. But yeah, this is sort of my time and the girls' time in the morning. All right, we're gonna get this walk done. Hi there, I'm Scott, and this is GreatScott Knitting, Vlognukkah 2022, Episode 2, and today is December 5th, Monday. What you just saw was a bit of my morning routine. So in true sort of Vlogmas, style, I guess, is, a little bit of people's routine and behind the scenes. So that's kind of what my morning runs like. I take the pups outside. I, make my coffee, take them for a walk, come back, have my coffee and breakfast, and then start my day relatively early. I'm usually back into my home office here by about 7:30 in the morning, after all those activities, to jump into my normal day, which was pretty productive today. I'm not too upset by how the day went. So I wanted to pop in and say hello and welcome to all of you who are new viewers to my channel. Welcome. I'm glad you are here. And to those of you who are returning viewers and subscribers, thank you so much for being here and supporting my little corner of the YouTube world. And so for those of you who are new, please consider hitting that subscribe button and helping grow this little channel. With that said, this is a knitting podcast, not a what's a person's morning routine podcast. So a little bit of knitting progress. I have been really focused over the last couple of days on my the knitting I am doing on my little shawl that I have going on. This is the Easy Goes It shawl by Finicky Creations, and this is their DK version. And so here's what I've got going on so far. So I knit all of this beginning section, which is the beginning section only kind of goes through here. Then it gets into this little stockinette stripe section, goes back into the garter stitch, came to my eyelets. Now I'm back on the garter. And so off we're going here with this shawl. I really love how this colorway is knitting up. This is one of my own. I showed this probably in the last podcast. So this is the colorway, and this is where I'm at so far. Probably about 2/3 of the way into this skein. But yeah, I'm loving how this is going, and I'm looking forward to continuing on with this. This is really the only thing I've knit on, but I enjoy. It's a nice, simple shawl. It knits up quickly, as you can see, and to really have a nice effect to it. So really, that's really not much else to talk about from the knitting world. So I just wanted to pop in, say hello. Hope you're having a wonderful start to your December. Yeah, I think that's about it. So, except, it is kind of time to pop in and give you my TED Talk. I don't want to forget my TED Talks. I almost did, and that would be very remiss of me. I hope you enjoy them. I kind of like giving them. So today's TED Talk is here in just a moment. Okay, actually, I really wasn't prepared for it, but now I am. So today's little TED Talk is continuing on in the same vein as last time. Last time we talked about using, pausing and responding based on principles, values, and desired results. And today is kind of another tip in terms of taking control of, or taking your personal responsibility over sort of your world and what's going on. And this one is really all about your mindset and how your mindset comes out in your language. The words that you say are reflective of kind of where your mind is in any given moment. So if you're using language like, I can't, I won't, there's no way to figure this out, I have no choice, that type of language, we call that reactive language, and tends to diminish your power. It disempowers you, really, and kind of makes you the victim of circumstance and whatever is happening around you. Whereas proactive language is the opposite of that. It's language that sounds like I can, I will, I choose to, I get to. That type of language is very empowering. It really sends a signal to your mind that says you are in control regardless of what's going on around you. You get to decide how things are going to move forward. So it really is this, our language is that very real indicator of that which we see ourselves as either being proactive or reactive. And it allows us more ability, more empowerment to act on our own behalf and for our own selves. So, what some of that language really looks like in terms of reactive versus proactive, is like what I just said. Saying I can instead of I'm sorry. I choose to instead of I have to. Let's look at all of our options instead of we have no other choice. These are is simply a shift in how you say things, and it is very empowering. And I really challenge you to really think about things in this fashion. One practice or technique that I have used with some people is have them write down a list of all the things that they have to get done in the next week. I mean, just this sort of that have to do list. And say out loud, I have to do the laundry. I have to clean the dishes. I have to shovel the driveway. Those types of things. And then shift the language to I get to, or I choose to. I choose to do my laundry. I get to shovel the walk. I get to, or I choose to do the dishes. That type of language is much more empowering and gives you more agency over your actual life and how things are going to go for you. There's a great quote out of the 7 Habits for Highly Effective People. I want to share that with you real quick here as I wrap this up. So there's a serious problem with reactive language is that it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. People feel increasingly victimized and out of control, not in charge of their life or their destiny. They blame outside forces, other people, circumstances, even the stars, for their own situation. Proactive language is a way to break that cycle of victimhood, of recognizing your own power over your own life. So give that a try over the next few days. See if simply shifting how you say things doesn't actually shift how you see things. Sometimes that's all it takes. Is to change your mind is to change your language. And changing your language in a consistent enough manner that your mind becomes convinced of the new way of seeing things. Give it a try. So with that, hey, thanks, gang, for joining me today and at this point in Vlognukkah. I almost said the mass word. Joining me today in Vlognukkah as we move from this early part of December into the meat of the holidays, which comes a little bit later. So as we go through this time together, may you have peace in your home and the fullness of joy for all who dwell there. Until next time.